Hey guys, I want to thank you for watching. I'm Kelly Longtin from Kelly Longtin Law, and today we're going to talk about National Genealogy Day, where you can investigate the past and you can also impact the future of your family. Genealogy has long fascinated many people, and it's become even more and more talked about in this day and age. And it continues to be studied by those who are interested in discovering who they descended from and what their family members were like. Now, many of us have looked at old black and white photos of family members that we may not even know their names and wondered about their lives and joys and trials and accomplishments. Fortunately, today there are many resources that make it much easier to discover information about prior generations of our families. And today we celebrate National Genealogy Day. So this month we're delving into our past to find out more about family members, but also by taking steps to leave behind a legacy for your own present and future family members. By creating an estate plan, you can benefit future generations, not only monetarily, but also by sharing important values and life lessons. We begin by investigating the past. You want to talk to family members of the older generation. If you have older relatives still living, you want to take advantage of their knowledge to gain more information, not only about their lives, but also about your family tree and the individuals comprising it. Where they come from, what were their names, what did they do for work? You want to ask about these important historical events that may have impacted them or other family members, where they grew up, and stories about their family and what they did for work in mining, if that was pretty popular for older generations, and just hearing all of their facets of life. You can do research with all sorts of online services that are available nowadays. Some charge a fee, some, don't. Sometimes you can just go to the local library and find out information. And there's also a database with the U.S. Library of Congress to help people who are interested about finding out the history of their family. Now, some companies may even enable you to identify other people to whom you may be related, as well as the cultures and migration paths of your ancestors by analyzing some of your DNA. Using these tools, you can find out a lot about your family and geographical roots, but you can also get inspired to leave something behind for your own descendants. You can have an impact on the future of your family by leaving monetary gifts. Now, most parents and grandparents, they want to leave an inheritance for their family members. You can draft a will to transfer the money and property that you've worked hard to accumulate to your loved ones. But a simple will alone is often not the best estate planning tool. If you leave outright gifts to your children and grandchildren, there's no guarantee that it will be spent wisely, and it can be taken by beneficiaries' creditors to satisfy claims. In addition, the money and property transferred using a will has to go through probate proceedings, which can be lengthy and expensive and are open to the public. If you want to ensure that your money and property are available to benefit your family over the long term without the hassle of probate, there are other estate planning tools that you can use. You can make life easier not only for your children, but potentially also for your grandchildren by creating a trust, either during your lifetime or that will become effective upon your death, naming them as beneficiaries. When you form and fund a trust, it can hold money and property for the benefit of specific people, and certain types of trusts will protect it from future legal claims arising from lawsuits, creditor claims, or divorcing spouses. In addition, you can include terms designed to ensure the funds held in the trust are sustainable by specifying how and when money should be distributed to the beneficiaries. You can decide to have it transferred as a lump sum upon your death, or have portions of it distributed when the beneficiaries reach certain ages, or state that it should be distributed for specific purposes, such as expenses for their health and education, support, and welfare. In addition, you can have a positive impact on the lives of your children and grandchildren by setting aside funds to help them with expenditures associated with certain important life events, maybe a wedding or college or a down payment on a house, or perhaps to allow them to start their own business. You can also leave gifts reflecting your values. Now, not all wealth is in the form of money and property. Over a lifetime, an individual accumulates a wealth of knowledge, life lessons, values, and experiences that can be shared with later generations. Two great ways that you can communicate your values and life experiences and knowledge are by creating a legacy letter, or sometimes called an ethical will, and leaving instructions to your family members about your funeral services. Now, a legacy letter is not a binding document. Rather, it's just simply a letter or even a video recording in which you communicate your important values and sentiments or life lessons that you think will benefit your family members and descendants. Your ethical will can be one of the most meaningful parts of your estate plan, and it can become a part of your family's history that will be cherished by future family members who may have no other opportunity to know you or benefit from the wisdom you have gained over a lifetime. You can really take care of your family by planning your funeral or giving them instructions about your memorial services. Although no one likes thinking about their own funeral, one of the most thoughtful acts you can do for your loved ones is to make arrangements in advance for your own funeral service. It is also a means to ensure that your service includes elements reflecting values or religious convictions that you want to communicate and pass on to your family members and loved ones. In your arrangements, you can ask the person who is in charge of your funeral to include verses and songs or stories that convey principles that you would like for your children or your grandchildren to hear. This month, you can celebrate National Genealogy Day by spending a little time investigating your family's roots by researching genealogical records. But an even more important investment of your time can be made by creating an estate plan designed to provide both monetary and spiritual inheritance that will enhance your family members' futures. So call us today to schedule a meeting so we can help you create an estate plan, enabling you to pass on all aspects of wealth. I look forward to meeting you and speaking with you. I'm Kelly Longtin from Kelly Longtin Law.